Hello, fellow crypto army. This is Jesse once again with another update on the Gemini situation. I'm going to be covering Gemini among other financial topics. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell button so that you don't miss an update. And with that in mind, I would like to remind you that 2 weeks ago, Gemini sent their users an email that read, quote, "For avoidance of doubt, Gemini has no exposure to FTT tokens or Alameda and no material exposure to FTX. Gemini is a full reserve exchange and custodian. That means that all customer funds held on Gemini are held one-to-one and available for withdrawal at any time," end quote. As you all know, they have failed to deliver on this promise since customers are still not able to withdraw their funds to this day. On my last video, I explained how Gemini's earned fate was so much intertwined with the fate of Genesis to the point that if Genesis, the company that holds all the earns money, collapses, then the Gemini earned product would be likely to collapse the same way, hurting a great deal of investors, which includes you and me. And for that reason, this video is dedicated to Genesis. So what is going on? So Genesis, a US cryptocurrency brokerage, announced on Tuesday that it was attempting to escape bankruptcy after Bloomberg News reported on Tuesday that the company's creditors were banding together with restructuring attorneys to avoid bankruptcy. According to a report citing sources with knowledge of the matter, creditor groups are seeking advice from Prosco Rose and Kirtland and Ellis legal firms in an effort to avert a scenario resembling the swift bankruptcy of cryptocurrency exchange FTX. A Genesis spokesman stated, quote, "Our goal is to fix the current lending business position without the necessity of any bankruptcy petition," end quote. Gerard Slim, interim chief executive officer of Genesis, wrote in a letter to clients that, quote, "We have started discussions with potential investors and our largest creditors and borrowers, including Gemini and DCG, to agree on a solution that shores up our lending business's overall liquidity and addresses clients' needs. Blah, blah, blah. I just want my money back," right? So according to a report from Barron's last week, which was based on a statement from the director of the Alabama Security Commission, the report comes as state security regulators in the United States are looking into Genesis Global Capital as part of a broad investigation into the connection among cryptocurrency firms. According to the firm's letter, Genesis has recruited investment bank Moelis & Company, quote, "to examine the best potential asset preservation strategy and execute a roadmap," end quote. The sudden demise of FTX, where its derivatives business has around $175 million in locked assets, led Genesis Trading's crypto lending division to restrict customers' redemptions earlier this month. And Barry Silbert, the chief executive officer of venture capital firm Digital Currency Group, informed shareholders last week that Genesis Trading and cryptocurrency asset manager Grayscale owe $575 million to Genesis crypto lending division. That sounds like a lot of money to me. So with all this in mind, I have to say that the Gemini situation is not getting any better. I haven't received any letters from Gemini since November 16th, and that is a very bad sign. They haven't been tweeting, nor have they been going on interviews. Like I said on my previous video, I don't think Gemini is to collapse as a corporation. However, their Gemini earned product is in big trouble right now. Also, I think they should have been a little bit more transparent from the beginning, because they had told their investors that they did not have any exposure to FTX, when in reality, all the earned money is on Genesis, who has a stake of $175 million locked in FTX. So that's like saying that you don't have any exposure to Bitcoin, when in reality, you have all your money locked in a BTC security trust fund. So you technically don't own any BTC, but you know that all the money on the trust fund is on BTC. So it's very cynical. So that's all for today. Like I said, I'm going to continue to cover this Gemini situation among other financial topics. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment